Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Can't believe we've been breaking some pretty amazing records here for the summer. I think we had the most days over 30 degrees in the last month. So today's been a little bit more comfortable. It's in the low 20s right now. I'm reading 18 degrees on my thermometer on my computer or the weather. And I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt because I actually got burned. I got burned twice over the weekend because even though I use sunscreen, it wasn't enough, or I didn't apply it as often as I should. And I got burned the first time because I was outside repairing those tents I mentioned to you about, and I was only 50% successful. I feel so bad because actually when I was repairing the first one, that was successful. The second one actually broke it even more. So it's still fixable, but I ran out of parts. I'm gonna have to go and pick up more parts to get that one fixed. So, you know what? In this case, I actually needed a second set of hands because it was one of those jobs where you try your best to do what you can, but it would have been nice to have someone else help out. And that's how it broke because I needed someone else to be there. So, having my shake, this one's actually birthday cake. Still finishing off what I had ordered before, and some of you asked me, "Does it taste like birthday cake?" It is. It is. It tastes exactly like a birthday cake. It's a good way to start your morning with a healthy breakfast and also tastes good. So, it was very frustrating because I had all the parts ready to fix the test for our annual family get together. And yesterday being a cooler day, I got burned again because it was on a farm, and we didn't put enough. I didn't put sunscreen on enough because it didn't feel hot, right? And but I needed it to reapply so that it wouldn't burn. But by the time I noticed it, it was too late. So yesterday being cooler, and it was actually a holiday yesterday. It was BC Day. Other provinces as well. Not the whole country was on holidays, but a few other provinces had a stat holiday as well. Our kids actually helped out a lot. They were helping out so much in the garden yesterday, getting rid of the weeds. It's kind of coming down to the last half of summer, and so we have a lot of weeds. We got a lot of overgrowth that we had to clear out. We were telling my wife and I were telling them what to do, how to do it, and where to do things, and they started getting frustrated. And it wasn't not with us, but with not knowing exactly what to do. We tell them, but they still don't know what to do. So after explaining things over and over again, eventually we had to show them. We had to show them what to do, and people listen with their eyes, right? People listen with their eyes, and it's true. If you think back to a lot of things that you picked up and that you learned along the ways. You did so by what did you do? You did so by watching others, right? You did so by watching others, and you saw adults around you, you know, eat with utensils, and so eventually you grabbed that spoon and you ate, right? You saw your mom and dad help tie your shoes, and then you tackled it on yourself. You watched your mom cook, and now you feel comfortable whipping up your own dishes, right? And for me, I observed my dad fixing the car, tinkering around with tools, fixing things, building things. So now I know how to change a tire. I know how to do oil changes. I know how to work my way around certain tools, and I'm more comfortable with it, right? I'm more comfortable and I'm more confident with it. And now with my own kids, I can totally vouch this 100% because my kids take turns helping me with the truck, right? With our SUV. At the beginning, they were handing me tools and watching me do things. And I instructed over and over, steps to change a tire, wash the car, and all the equipment that they would need. None of that really stuck. None of it really stuck. Things like, can you hand me that socket set, or can you look for a smaller drill bit, or can you hand me that you know little doohickey thing on the ground? And they were met with, what? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And what do you usually do? You get up and you show them. You get up and you show them again and then again and again. You explain the differences between this and that, screwdrivers, wrenches, cleaners, waxes, and so forth. Then you can see it on their faces that they didn't really get it. They don't. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe it's not something that they're too young, right, to know what it is. They just want to go and play. So when I thought that they were old enough to try it, I let them figure it out. I stood back and I just basically watched and supervised. And some things we learn, when we're told to us, when they're told to us, like don't cross the street, it's dangerous. Don't, run out into the street or turn off the lights when you leave the room. So those things, those are easier things to pick up. But there's other things. Those are simple things that when we get it. But there are other things we learn by watching and doing. And if you're a parent or someone that mentors others, you got to be very conscious of your actions because people are watching, right? People are watching and they do what you do. They don't really do what you say. You've heard that saying as well. So you're setting the example for others who are watching you along the way. So we use our eyes to listen and to show intention, right? And respect during a conversation. How many times have you been out with someone who's looking all over the place? They're not keeping focus on you, and you get that feeling: do they really want to be there? And are they actually paying attention to us? Do they care what we're saying? And I know that we're doing multiple things all the time. We're trying to do multitasking, and there are distractions everywhere. And did you know that our eyes actually focus on about 50 things per second, right? So we have a lot of um, we have to be active in maintaining our concentration, right? We have to be concentrating on who we're talking to rather than looking around here and there and everywhere, because there are going to be things that are going to be detracting us from focusing on the person in front of us. And everyone benefits because you know why? We're more efficient, right? We don't have to explain things over and over again. And it helps our mind as well because it keeps our brain functioning, right? It keeps those communication pathways going, like I always mentioned before. And it keeps our mind, as stay young as possible because you're using your brain to focus, to absorb, to listen with intent, right? And so all that helps not just you but the other person as well, and all your colleagues and everything, because everything works a little bit more efficiently when you're paying attention and you get things the first time. And so just like my kids, I would love to have them pick up things right away and help me, but it takes a little bit of time. And for us to have that patience, right? Have that patience and know that it's going to take a little bit of time, and but once they pick it up, it's going to be something that they can actually use for their life and their for to help people around them as well. So some tips, actually there's tips to maintain eye contact, and one of them is actually to breathe, right? To breathe. And this helps with anxiety, and it helps bring in the oxygen so that we can stay more focused, we can have that energy and that ability to maintain focus. Maybe look away for a few seconds, look over here, look over here, look over here, and just for a sec, just a split second, then look back. But maybe if you don't want to look at the person directly in the eye, look at them, like maybe look at their left eye, look at their right eye, look at their between the eyes, look at their top tip of their nose. And again, but you don't want to concentrate too much on there because the person might actually see that you're looking at some other spot, and then get self-conscious of, is there something on my face? So you just want to kind of start darting around their face, and that helps a lot. That's what I used to do at the beginning because I used to not have a huge issue, but it was hard to keep eye contact with other people sometimes, and actually acknowledge the other person. Acknowledge the conversation and what they're saying by repeating and conveying and reaffirming some of the points. And again, this helps both of you understand each other, understand each other. And that's what conversation is all about, right? So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you're having a great week so far. It's Tuesday here, and we're again coming out of a long weekend. So this is my Monday. So have a fabulous week. Don't forget to tap that like, leave any comments you have, any suggestions. I'd like to hear how you maintain eye contact, or how do you learn with your eyes or listen with your eyes. Yeah, share your tips and share your struggles as well. I'd love to hear that, and just help everyone around us do better. And you know, you can watch these replays. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as well. So don't forget to be better, be bigger, and be that change that people are looking for. So take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow.